She says it took years for doctors to figure out what was wrong, at one point being told she might have to have her feet amputated.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at Olympians who rose from tragedy to triumph.
I can remember what I said. It was, don't ever something doubt me again.
Herman Meyer wins an upslope battle. This Austrian won 2 gold medals in alpine skiing at the 1998 Winter Olympics. This feat was awe-inspiring, knowing that Meyer had endured a downhill crash days earlier. While Meyer quickly rebounded from that accident, he faced an even more serious crash on August 24, 2001. In this case, Meyer wasn't skiing, but riding a custom-made motorcycle home from training when a car hit him. Meyer's right leg was severely wounded, with the doctors believing they may have to remove everything from the knee down. While Meyer's leg was surgically repaired, experts thought he'd be lucky to walk again. Racing was seemingly out of the question, but after sitting out the 2002 season, Meyer returned to the 2006 Games, where he won silver and bronze. Carrie Strugs TEAM stands by her. At the 1996 Summer Olympics, the U.S. women's gymnastics team was on the verge of their first gold medal. Everything came down to Arizona native Carrie Strug. Although Strug injured her ankle while performing a vault, Coach Bella Caroli encouraged her to pull off another to ensure the gold. Strug not only pushed through the pain with a forced grin, but her second vault received a 9.712. While it turns out they would have won regardless, nobody could deny Strug had taken one for the team, as her injuries prevented her from competing individually. Being nicknamed the Magnificent Seven, Strug's 6 teammates refused to leave her behind at the medal podium. Caroli thus assisted Strug in a genuine moment of team admiration.
People always ask me, are you upset that you're defined by that one moment in Atlanta? And the answer is no, because I'm very proud of that moment. Many people don't have one moment that everybody kind of identifies them with.
Erica Sullivan swims through mental health barriers. You could say swimming flows through Erica Sullivan's veins, seeing as how her father swam for the University of Wisconsin.
Swimming for me has always been a way to escape everything that's going on throughout my day. It's kind of my stress reliever.
Not long after being diagnosed with esophageal cancer, John died when Erica was 16. Erica made the national team 4 weeks later, but loss loomed over this achievement. Throughout the following years, Sullivan dealt with depression, anxiety attacks, and PTSD.
The anxiety that just sat in my stomach and my chest all the time for 6 months straight.
Sullivan's mental health affected her performance in the pool. Through therapy, Erica saw gradual yet significant improvement, qualifying for the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. Being Japanese on her mother's side, family was on Sullivan's mind as she swam toward a silver medal in the 1500-meter freestyle. As the first openly gay U.S. Olympic swimmer, Sullivan has used her platform to spread mental health awareness.
When you are mentally healthy, you have this awareness and self-value to bring to the table. And through helping yourself, you can also help others.
Alozie outraces heartbreak. Sharing a mutual passion for running, Alozie and her fiancé Eginos Anugo were both bound for the 2000 Summer Olympics. Win or lose, the couple was prepared to start a new chapter following the Games. Several days before the opening ceremony, though, Anugo died in Sydney after being struck by a car.
Though it's an experience I really don't like talking about because it makes me go emotional, and it was really difficult.
Alozie, who was competing in Japan at the time, contemplated abandoning her Olympic dreams. Feeling, quote, encouraged by God, Alozie was compelled to run, winning silver in the 100-meter hurdles. Alozie expressed how important this medal was to her, saying, quote, nobody can understand what I've passed through. I'd enjoy it more if my fiancé Eginos was still here. While still coping with her sudden loss, Alozie managed to find glory amid grief.
I think I was just lucky, and it was God's grace.
Betty Robinson recovers from plane crash. At age 16, Betty Robinson not only became the first gold medalist in the women's 100-meter dash, she remains the competition's youngest winner nearly a century later. This arguably wasn't even Robinson's greatest accomplishment. In 1931, Robinson was left with severe injuries following a plane crash. Making an astounding recovery, Robinson could get out of her wheelchair after 6 months. Within 2 years, she fully regained the ability to walk. Missing the 1932 Games, Robinson returned to the Olympics in 1936. Although doctors once said her racing career was over, Robinson helped her team win a gold medal in the women's 4x100 meters relay. Retiring shortly after, Robinson maintained the heart of an Olympian, coming back to carry the torch in 1996. Matias Steiner lifts emotional weight. Nothing weighs a person down like grief. Austrian-German weightlifter Matias Steiner felt an enormous loss in 2007 when a car accident claimed his wife Suzanne's life. A year later, Steiner arrived at the Beijing Summer Olympics. Steiner had previously competed in the 2004 Games, but this time he had a promise to fulfill. After falling short on multiple attempts, Steiner ultimately persevered with a clean jerk of 258 kilograms. Bringing his total to 461 kilograms, Steiner emerged as a gold medalist. On the podium, the teary-eyed Steiner kissed a photo of his wife, saying, quote, "I managed to lift it because I had this strong innermost urge. I'm not the superstitious type. I don't believe in higher powers, but I hope she saw me. I wish." Harry Jerome gets back on track.
And here they come, roaring down to the finish line. Harry Jerome of Vancouver out in front. Harry Jerome, the winner of the men 100-meter final.
Canadian Harry Jerome had already set multiple world records and competed in the 1960 Summer Olympics when an injury seemingly brought his track and field days to an abrupt halt.
He ran so hard, the muscle in his leg exploded. He had a big hole in his thigh.
Participating in the 1962 British Empire and Commonwealth Games, Jerome tore his right leg's quadriceps tendon. Undergoing 4 hours of surgery, few believed Jerome would make it to the Tokyo Olympics 2 years later. Proving the doubters wrong, Jerome reached the pinnacle of his Olympic career with a bronze medal. Although Jerome never won silver or gold, he more than went the distance. His achievements didn't end with the Olympics either.
He went on TV shows and met politicians. Once he even phoned a large department store to tell them that they should include people of color in their ads.
After that, they did.
By the early 70s, Jerome entered Canada's Sports Hall of Fame, and British Columbia named him Athlete of the Century. Sebastian Coe defends his title. Sebastian Coe ran away with the gold at the 1980 Summer Olympics, competing in the 1500-meter run.
Now I really put the kick in at there and held it, and then off the bend, then I thought, actually, I still got another gear, which I wasn't sure I would have had, and then just opened it up.
The British athlete was on track for another round at the 1984 Games, although this was called into question as his health declined. Initially diagnosed with glandular fever, doctors eventually realized that Coe had a rare infection called toxoplasmosis. Coe found himself going in and out of hospitals, but he made it to the Los Angeles Olympics. Despite his previous victory, the odds were against Coe. He shattered expectations, becoming the only person to win gold twice in the men's 1500 meters. Adding another silver medal to his collection as well, Coe couldn't help but proudly ask the press box, quote, "Who says I'm finished now?"
I can remember what I said. It was, "Don't ever something doubt me again."
Gail Devers versus Graves' disease. There are no shortcuts to Olympic gold, but Gail Devers' journey was especially arduous.
I started off as an American record holder, so I was on top of the world. Then I felt like somebody took that world away. By the time I got to Seoul, Korea, I ran slower than I'd ever run in my life.
Devers seemed like the epitome of good health when she qualified for the 1988 Summer Games. Upon arriving, Devers grew ill as her hair fell out, her fingernails stopped growing, and she lost significant weight. Devers' performance suffered, finishing 8th in the 100 meters hurdles.
Something's wrong. The countless doctors that I saw, oh, maybe you peaked too many times. I'm sorry, we can't find anything wrong with you. Or maybe you're stressed out. Or the worst one was that I was imagining things. I'm not imagining things, I'm an athlete. I know my body.
After 2 years, Devers was diagnosed with Graves' disease and underwent radiation. This led to further issues as Devers struggled to walk and risked losing her feet.
She says it took years for doctors to figure out what was wrong, at one point being told she might have to have her feet amputated.
Devers pulled through and continued training in time for the 1992 Olympics. On her second trip, Devers prevailed with the gold. Devers returned in 1996, winning 2 more gold medals in 100 meters and 4x100 meters relay.
I'm a sprinter, and I'm supposed to get to that finish line first, but I've taken the marathon route, and I don't want anybody else to have to do that.
So that others don't have to go through what she's been through.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Ana Quirot runs again. 5 months after Ana Fidelia Quirot won bronze at the 1992 Summer Olympics, an accident involving a kerosene cooker left more than 38% of her body engulfed in third-degree burns. The Cuban athlete's misfortune didn't end there, as she was pregnant. She had recently broken up with her boyfriend and the father of her child, high jumper Javier Sotomayor. Although Quirot gave birth prematurely, her daughter didn't survive. Doctors weren't sure if Quirot would live either. When Quirot came to, Fidel Castro was reportedly by her bed in a surgical mask. Quirot proclaimed then and there, quote, "I'm going to run again." Quirot was true to her word, going on to win several championships and taking home a silver medal from the 1996 Summer Olympics. If you have any Olympic stories, feel free to share them in the comments.
Harry, how long have you been running competitively?
This is my 3rd year in track.
And the 100 and 200 meters are your specialty?
Yes.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.